Guys, welcome to another YouTube video, and in case you guys don't know, my name is Brianna and I'm going to talk to you guys today about peer pressure. Okay, excuse me for my hair, but I just been keeping it in a protective style since it's been really hot. But okay, let's talk about what we're going to talk about. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to talk about peer pressure, and the reason why I picked this topic is because I went through a lot of peer pressure when I was in high school, and I know some people feel like, oh, you're too old, to go through peer pressure at certain ages that needs to quit. But peer pressure is in any age group. It's not a certain particular age group at all whatsoever. I mean, I still go through it till this day, and I'm, adult and I'm in college. So, in case you don't know, peer pressure is basically like when your peers that's around you influence like your ideas or just anything that you want to do or what you have in mind, they have an influence on that, or your actions, they have an influence on that certain thing. And what I'm going to talk to you about first is spoken and unspoken peer pressure. So like a form of like unspoken, for example, like when I was in high school, I was with a group of friends, and I wanted to, explore. Like, you wanted to go see, talk to other people. You need to try to talk to all types of people, all groups of people. That's good for you. For you as a person, that's good to talk to other people, not just that's like you, the opposite of you. And I wanted to do that, and the unspoken way, it was the people that I was hanging with, they would look at you like, like that. Why you going over there? Why you doing that? You need to be with us. They wouldn't say it, but they would look at you like that. And you knew what they were, why they were looking at you like that for. And it would bother me. It would pressure me too, because I will always be like, well, I shouldn't be talking to them. I should stay where I am, because when you're in high school, you want to fit in. You always want to be like, I want to be the it person. I don't want to be a nobody in high school. And really, it's best for you to just talk to other people, but stay true to you. That is the best thing to do. Spoken peer pressure, again, that's like with the fitting in. You got your friend, that's your peers, that's in your ear, and that's like, oh, come drink with us, come smoke with us. I know plenty of times when I was in high school and I was a junior, they will always be like, Brianna, come to a kickback with us. And I'll be like, what's a kickback? And they would tell me what it was, and I was, just smoking and drinking and stuff, and that wasn't what I wanted to do. And they will always be like, well, you're being a goody tissues, you never want to go out and, hang with us and stuff. Or if they would ask me to go somewhere with them, I will always be like, okay, let me tell my mom. And they'd be like, why you always got to tell your mom all the time? Being a goody tissues, like, you need to start like growing up and stuff. And I was growing up, but it was just, I always wanted to let my mom know, or my parents, both of them, my dad and my mom, to let them know where I was going and if I was okay, because things happen in the world, and you could go somewhere without telling anybody where you're going, and something could happen, and they could be like, well, I didn't know she was going there, or I didn't know where she was, stuff like that. So things can happen, and that's why I always wanted to inform my parents about where I was going and what I was doing. Okay, another aspect of peer pressure is how peers pressure you. They influence your decisions, but they can influence your decisions in a positive way or a negative way. Say, for instance, in a negative way, you can start, partying, hanging with them, failing in your classes, in high school, or just anything that you want to do, you'll start failing in life, like trying to figure out what career or what college you want to go to, you'll get sidetracked because of, oh, you're trying to fit in, you're trying to be in this certain, group, and you're trying to be in a certain way, and you become unfocused. Also, in a positive way, your peers can influence you. I know when I was in high school, I was really thinking of right now. I wasn't thinking of in the future. So I would see like my friends around me, filling out their college applications and stuff like that. And they would talk to me and be like, come on, Brenda, let's do this, let's fill out our thing. And I would be like, I don't know about that. But they really influenced me to try to be better than what I was doing, because I was really focused in, right now. I wasn't focused in the future, which was good for me because I'm able to, go to a really good college now and better myself. Teenage peer pressure is it's difficult because when you a teenager and you're in high school, fitting in is like the thing. And even though I never fit in, that was just something that was always on your mind all the time. Being in the group, being the it person. And it was always, on your mind all the time. I always wanted to hang around with your friends, but at the same time they will always pressure you to try to do stuff that you didn't want to do, but you didn't want to look a certain way. And eventually I just got to the point where I really didn't care if they thought I was goody two shoes, or they didn't care that I didn't care that the fact that if I didn't do certain stuff that they wanted me to do, that they were mad. I really didn't care about that no more, because I started to find myself and know what I wanted to do and what I didn't want to do, and nobody was going to influence me to do that. College, okay. College peer pressure. Now, when you're in college, you still get pressure into stuff. Like, if you need to study, if you know you need to study, then you're gonna be like, here, like, oh, let's go out for drinks, let's go out and party for a little while, when you need to study, or you got a test, or and you don't want to cram, so you're trying to do the best thing that you can in your classes. So that's also a peer pressure when you're in college as well. Also, like, you also get pressures, like if you need help or something and you don't get something, but you see other people going on the computer trying to figure out, what the answer is, and you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to cheat. I want to try to find it in the book. Let me find it in the book, please. Opposed to cheating. And you're also pressured with that, because it's like, oh my gosh, you just doing the most right now. All you gotta do is just look it up, and you don't want to do that, because when you're in college, like, cheating is the worst thing to ever do, because you can get kicked out of school, like, for plagiarism, all that type of stuff, and good luck with having another college accepting you. So that's the good thing. That's the best thing you could do in college, is to stay doing what you're supposed to do. Don't cheat, and just continue, like, trying to look for the answer in your book. Most of the time it's in there. You just like halfway doing it if you need to go on the computer and find it. You just like being lazy. But I mean, everybody gets lazy every now and then. Also, I forgot one more thing. When I was in high school, being a virgin is like, so many people are in your ear and trying to influence you, and just pressuring you into stuff. Don't listen to that stuff. Do not listen to that. Because every time I would go to one of my English classes when I was in high school, the girls, they would like make fun of me, be like, why would you be a virgin? That's stupid. Why would you wait? And what if you wait and it wasn't right? It wasn't worth the wait, or I would hear, girl, you dumb, that's going to be painful. Why would you do that? Why would you wait? And who would you compare it to? I'm like, Why would I need to be with a whole bunch of people to compare it to that one? No. Like, you don't have to do that. If you one of those girls, that's fine. That's you. But at the same time, like, don't try to get in somebody else's ear and influence them and make them make a decision based off what you said. If that was something you did not want to do and you rather wait, you can wait. You don't have to do what somebody else told you to. Because if something was to happen to you after you have done that with somebody else, that's going to be your fault. That's not going to be the person's fault that told you you need to go do that. You know, you need to go be with that person and do this. You know, no. Tell them, I understand what you're talking about, but I'm going to keep being me and I'm going to stay with my morals. So if you don't like it, then don't talk to me about it. Or if you can't stand to be around me, then move around. Okay? Okay, and lastly, I'm going to talk about staying true to yourself. Know who you are. Find who you are, know who you are, and stay true to you. Don't let nobody else influence you or your decisions. Unless you have a friend or, you know, your mother that knows you deeply and know who you are to talk to you about decisions that you know you about to make and try to either better the decisions, you know, for you. You can listen to them, but just know that you're going to make the decision. They're not going to make it for you because this is your decision. And just know who you are and stay true to you. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. If you don't want to be the person that needs to be popular, to fit in, to you know, just be this certain image. If you don't want to do that, you do not have to. You do not have to whatsoever. And being a virgin is not a bad thing. You know, it is not a bad thing. It's a rare thing, you know, in certain age groups, you know, but at the same time, if that's what you want to do, then you do that. Me, I stick to my morals. I want to wait until I'm married. And so by me doing that, that's something I want to do, and that's something I chose to do, and that's between me and my God. That's what I chose to do. I chose to wait, and so I was staying true to me, and I didn't let nobody else influence me on anything that I wanted to do. So just stay true to you and find who you are and be that. Don't be somebody else. Don't make the same decisions that they made. And you can learn from peer pressure. You can learn from it. You can learn the different lessons from peer pressure. If you gotten, you know, stuck into it and done something you weren't supposed to do, you can learn from that bad decision. Having peer pressure around you, I mean, it can be a sad thing, but it can also be a life learning thing also. You can learn from the mistakes that you made, or other people around you, the mistake that they've made. You can learn from that and be like, well, I don't want to do that because I know if I did that, then it's probably gonna come out like the same way, and I don't want to have to go through that. Okay, well, that's it, you guys. I made this video shorter. So please let me know what you think, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.